Hello everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon Ranger. So last part, we definitely went ourselves quite a few ways for the Go Rock base. Yeah, we've been taking on Go Rock squad members left and right. And speaking of which, now I believe this is the last squad member that we can face before we head ourselves towards the stairs. To where we actually have to go next. And as you can see, the Pokemon that he's brought out are two Beldums, and he's also got the evolution of Beldum, Metang. Now he's essentially a more tougher version of Beldum, where he will only charge into your capture loop whenever you're near him. So, yeah, like I said, Metang is essentially a more tougher version of Beldum. So, if you already know how to deal with Beldum, then Metang really shouldn't be all that troubling. Okay, but anyways, now his one essentially just leads to a dead end. Now, for this one, up here, yep, there it is. Now, this is where we have to go. Right down towards these stairs. And there's a metal fence, which there's only one we can go, which is down here. And here's where we see a Graveler and a Crocodile. But if we go outside, look who's here. Hi, Ditto. I was looking for you. I was ordered to assist your mission. But you know what? I would have come even if I wasn't ordered. Yeah, now we have Solana, who is essentially going to be helping us out for the rest of the mission. But anyways, now outside we have a Taillow with a Sneasel, where, yeah, unlike the previous Sneasel that we saw, yeah, now this Sneasel is the only Pokemon that you can utilize to cut in this whole place. So, yeah, unlike the previous Sneasel where it was essentially worthless, this Sneasel is definitely going to be a lot more handy this time. But anyways, yeah, as my Taillow, yeah, it's just there really. Yeah, I guess if you want to use them, then sure. And then as for the Graveler and Crocodile, now once we're done with this, I'm actually going to go back for that Crocodile. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go back for that Crocodile, just in case if my strategy with Crocodile, or if I want to use my Swampert, doesn't exactly work out. And then as for the Graveler, yeah, he's there just in case if we really need him. Yeah, but anyways, everyone, now we have essentially reached the area where we're going to be seeing multiple doors, where we're going to be seeing 3 doors. Now we actually have to go in the specific order of which are the door that we see first. Now the first one being this one, and who's in here? It's Tiffany. Not you two again. What do you want? What do you want from us? If you want my autograph, you should just say it. Did we say we want your autograph? I know. You don't want my autograph. You want to have a go at us. Yeah. Now here's where we're gonna be having ourselves a rematch with the Go Rock one. You caught me by surprise last time, but this time I'm sending the phasers. Camerupt, come! Barbecue time! Yeah, your Camrupts are already here. But anyways, as you can see, now this time Tiffany has now utilized not just one Camerupt. Now, if you've already know how to deal with just one Camerupt before, then dealing with a second one shouldn't be all that troubling. It's just, you gotta make sure that the two of them are separated enough so that whenever the second Camerupt gets to utilize their attack, yeah, then you shouldn't have. Yeah, then you shouldn't have any worries about getting yourself hurt. As so when you are trying to capture the first one. But then, as you can see, once you have dealt with the first one, the second one really shouldn't be all that hard. So yeah, that one really should be all that troubling. I got beaten again. This is why I can never get better. I'm doomed to be just a cute, refreshing, stylish, beautiful, smart, rich, exquisite, stylish, and boring woman. Wow, you really are seeing a lot of adjectives about yourself. It's so frustrating and in existence. She said stylish twice. Yeah, she did. Who asked for your input? You so cheese me off. Oh, I bet we do. But anyways, and now as you can see, when we deal with one of the members of the Garret Quad, Big Brother, open up! I'm facing a career crisis! Yeah, she then essentially opens, she essentially unlocks the door to where we're gonna have ourselves into our next rematch fight. Okay, yeah, but I'm sure I get it before they make it gets in. But anyways, as you can see, yeah, it is essentially the same order as when we found them last time. So, you're the clowns messing with my cute sister's head? Here's my thanks. The Garret Squad soon getting the means to make Pokemon do exactly what we want. Your Rangers are going to be out of business overnight. The first thing I'm going to do is get stinking rich by working Pokemon to the bone. That's my dream for now. I bet it is. It's all about the cash, Flash. If you got the stash, there's nothing that you can't do in life. Yeah. Hey, you'll be out of a job. I could consider hiring you, hey? But before that, I might be lazy, but even I won't let anyone get in the way of my dreams. Yeah, hence why he uses lazy Pokemon like Slaking. I don't care much about away games, but I can't lose at home. Besides, there's bonus pay in it for me. All it takes is to beat you down. Call out your boy, Slaking. The ending begins now. Your boy's already here. But anyways, as you can see, this time we are not just fighting Slaking. This time he's also got Slakoth, which is about as simple as you could possibly get. Then as for the other Pokemon that we've not seen yet up until this point, is the middle stages evolution line, Vigoroth. Now Vigoroth, I would say, is definitely a much more tougher version of Mankey and Primeape, considering whenever Vigoroth now as you can see, Vigoroth still gets tired, also gets tired whenever he charges. But however, his recovery time is a lot more faster than Mankey and Primeape. And considering that you have to do at least 12 loops in order for you to be able to get the Vigoroth, which definitely makes this fight a hell of a lot more challenging. And especially when you also have to face off against that Slaking at the same time. Yeah, you may as well utilize your discharge. Wow, okay, thank you. Yeah, that was actually really good timing for that. Yeah, I actually managed to get the Vigoroth right next to where the Slaking is. Damn. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I managed to get both of them at the exact same time with that. And with that, Clyde has also been defeated again. I lost both ends of the Win Home series. Me, Clyde and Garret Quad? That's just not happening. But happen it did. But that doesn't mean my dream of getting stinking rich off Pokemon has gone belly up. Your Garret Squad. Is money what you're after? Well, at the very least, it is for me, Clyde. But why our boss made the Go Rock Squad? I wouldn't have forgotten. I wouldn't have the foggiest notion. Yeah, apparently they don't know why Gordor decided to create this whole group. Garret, bro, open up! Things went sideways on me. Yeah, I think you can definitely say it went sideways. But anyways, now I may as well go back so I can get this over light the buzz. Yeah, just in case if I just happen to need him. If I just happen to get damaged quite a bit when I take on Garret again. And also, not to mention, especially when we are just about to go up against the final member of the Go Rock Squad, which we still haven't actually faced off yet. Yeah, that of course being Billy. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, Mankey, you were definitely, yeah, Mankey, this Mankey was definitely gonna be in the line. Yeah, so I may as well just get him, just so I can get that all the way. But anyways, nah, yeah, I thought I would need this crocodile, but it turned out that I really did need him. Yeah, considering that I took care of Tiffany, relatively simple enough. But anyways, now for rematch number 3, Garret. I had been hoping to see you, to see you again. As a result of your meddling, my dusk factory was destroyed, and as a result of that, I'm losing the boss's trust. Actually, I am grateful that you've caused me so much grief, because I'm using that anger. That anger has motivation. Yeah, I very definitely using that for motivation. Yeah, as motivation. Enough of this talking like some gent. I'm motivated to head back. Yeah, I bet you certainly are now. I'm grateful for what you did, but that doesn't mean that you're forgiven. Here's your payback for all the humiliation I suffered. Scizor, do your thing. It's revenge. Get motivated. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be motivated to fight us again. Now this time it's definitely gonna be a lot more harder than what we went for with Scizor last time, considering that he's also got 2 Scythers with him. And as I said before, yeah, Scizor and Scyther really do love jumping around. And considering that all 3 of them really love jumping around, yeah, it definitely makes this fight a little bit more complicated to do. Yeah, and I would say definitely go after the Scythers first before you even go after Scizor. Yeah, considering, as I said before, you have to do at least like 10 loops in order for you to be able to get the Scizor. Yeah, and considering that I also said that Scizor really loves jumping around too. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, definitely wait until you've caught both of the Scythers. Yeah, then if you manage to get the Blaziken from before, yeah, here's where you definitely want to be utilizing him. And just like that. Yep, and just like that, the fire assist wins. The fire assist wins again. It's so unlike me to get so excited. Oh, really, is it now? If only I had the power styler the boss completed, I would have won. The power styler is already completed? Then why don't you have one? Only our boss has the power styler. Yeah, but he does. Though his performance is incredible, only one has been made. You should consider yourself lucky. However, if you think you've changed anything by defeating me, you're very sadly mistaken. Yep, and off they go. You're right down to see their final sibling. Billy. As you can see, we have one final save point, but before we even get to our encounter with Billy, so definitely utilize that. But anyways, now as you can see here, we have 2 Metangs here, which you can probably utilize. And now, as you can see here, we have this big long hallway, but we have these statues. But they're not actually statues. Yeah, these are actually our real-life figures of Machamp. Now, Machamp is definitely a hell of a lot more tougher than Machoke. While he may not be as agile as Machamp may not be as agile as Machoke, but he's definitely a lot more tougher than Machoke. So yeah, you definitely want to be on the lookout for those punches. But anyways, okay, yeah, I feel like I want to go back so I can make sure I get myself fully prepped up. But goddamn, these 2 Metangs really want to get in my way. Fine, I'll just take you on. Considering that if this is gonna be a long cycle, if I have to go back and forth for the doors, or you know if I essentially have to go back and forth for the door, so I can make sure the Metang still move out of the way. Yeah, I may as well just get one just so I can just get this all left. But anyways, yeah, Makey, yeah, you may as well go. But anyways, now I may as well utilize one of my Electabuzz so I can make sure I get myself fully charged up. And then, just in case if the fight with Billy gets a lot more rougher than we would have expected, excuse me, then I may as well also pick up this Mac on the Ton here too. Yep. And with that, we are fully prepped up for the final member of the Go Rock Quad. And so, until the next part, I'll see you guys next time.